analysis on USDJPY. So if you look at USDJPY, right from this action here, this was where USDJPY had the consolidation, this area. So this area here, we had a consolidation here. And see what USDJPY break to the upside, then pull back to that area to test, then pull out. So from here, we have a series of highs and lows. This a higher high, this is a higher low. Then we want to put in a higher high around this area. So for this trend to continue another trend, we're supposed to see a higher low maybe around this point, then shoot higher again. This particular low at this area here should never be taken out, but this low was taken out. So which as this low is taken out, this where the trend change. We now add a change of character. Alright, so that was where we had your character. This particular here, a change of character. The last structure that price break to the upside was this particular one here. This was where we break structure to the upside, where we had a break of structure around this area. So this particular low here should be protected. Price should never take it out if this uptrend is to continue. But when price come and take out this low, it means the trend is changing from an uptrend. We will not likely be seeing something like a downtrend. So this was simply missed, and price actually indicated before it started dropping. So which is it put in a double top around this area here. This was a double top. This signifies a reversal in the market, and not just a double top. To understand what's happened there, price left and other block there, which is signify that if price should come out, expect this other block that price is leaving here, this particular other block here. So you see, it said that if price come out, expect this thing and reject from it. It means what we are now it's going to retrace, which we are expecting it to retrace to somewhere in here, this particular zone here. The whole of this area, waiting confirmation like something like this, they'll start buying. But that didn't happen. You see that price came down with a very heavy candle and played all the way down, even broke to the downside. And since we break the downside, we now come to take out this particular low that was here, that break the structure, this area where the structure was taken out. So this particular area where the structure was taken out, this was the last low that price created that broke the structure here. This was the last low that break it. So once price now bleed down all the way down, take that out, even we tested it. So you can see this area here. It had a clear break here and retest. So you could see it if I align that zone very well. You see that was a clear break and retest. So that is actually a shallow pullback. So I've used that to get an entry, but this shallow pullback is not the kind of pullback I used to enter trade. So that's why I never bothered about this USDJPY. So what we are expecting on this pair is, you see that it has taken out a lot of inner liquidity playing around this region. You can see this is, you can see this is a liquidity here. You can see this inner structure. Anytime you see inner structure playing out from external structure, we have external structure and inner structure. So these are the internal structure. You can see these are liquidity. So price has cleared everything to downside. Now it's left with this down one, which price is yet to get close to it. So what I'm expecting is likely we just see a little drop around here, then we'll pull back here to this area. So the whole of this zone anyway, this the zone I'll be expecting EURJPY to pull back to. So once I pull up to this, I'm actually using my phone to explain. That's why I'm having struggles explaining with these tools. So once we have this area here, this is the area where the whole of this zone is where I'm expecting EURJPY to pull back to. So once we add a pullback into this area, then we look for a short name, start selling down to the downside. So that's actually what I'm expecting on USDJPY. Then we might sell to this to come and target all this liquidity that's gathering. You can see this was the range when price was in this range, and anyway it's liquidity, price always up with liquidity. So all this range here, when price was this range, all this down here was liquidity. So once price tap into this place, give us an entry, likely going to come here and take out all this liquidity. So that was exactly what I'll be expecting on USDJPY in this. Maybe next week, the pullback might happen before this weekend, likely. So if you have that pullback, give us a confirmation for our time frame anyway. So to get in this trade, you need the lower time frame to get in. So as we use 4 hours for our analysis time frame, then our entry time frame is going to be like maybe on the 1 hour or 30 minutes, even 15 minutes time frame. So what we want to wait for on the 15 minutes time frame is, as price is approaching this high back, you'll be seeing something like this. So you now wait for price to break the last low that was created here, pull back, then get in at that pullback, and then you now sell it down. So that's exactly what I'm waiting for on the USDJPY this coming week. All right, so that's just a brief analysis on USDJPY, and actually it's all on this JPY PS2 as well. So if I go to EURJPY, so let's see what EURJPY is saying. So it's likely all the same thing. So let me just read this. So actually, this is an area where I'm expecting. You can see that this was where we had this break of structure here. If you check this area, this was the last low the price created that broke this last structure that is here. So and then price was came back to take out that structure. So what I'm expecting on GPJPY is I'm expecting price to pull back to somewhere around here. So that's why I see I have that buy order stock there. So it's actually a buy a that's actually an analysis pending other stuff. So I just put it there. So once I had this confirmation here, then I can sell all the way down, maybe to this low, this particular low I have here, this particular area, this particular region. So I might just be targeting back to this area. So that's exactly what I'm also expecting on EURJPY. So you will see that price has taken out on the external, price has breaking away. Price has changed from an uptrend to a downtrend. So that's just what I'm also expecting on EURJPY. So this is actually my area of interest where I'll be watching. So this point I'll see a lower time frame shift. So once I get that, then I sell to the downside. That's exactly what I've been waiting for on this pair. All right, so similar as USDJPY as well. So I actually analyze JPY, that's just like the DXY. When you want to analyze the USD, you analyze the XY. So if you want to apply JPY, you analyze the X. So analyze the X, you see the analysis I dropped in the group like on Monday or so. So you will see the analysis that once this is the JPYX. Let me just see it. If I can see it here. So yeah, so this is JPYX. So you can see that I said in the group that if price did not respect this zone here, we have here this particular zone, that if price did not expect this zone to sell, then I'll be looking for a buy. And when price actually wanted to open, price opened and gap to the upside. You can see it. So this was the gap. When price opened, it just gap to the upside straight. Then what? Pull back to that zone. We tested it, using it as the resistance. Then showing a sign of bullish. So which actually this pullback we had here is not a complete pullback. So this just a shallow pullback. So which I'm expecting a normal deep pullback, maybe somewhere around this region. Then we can start buying to the upside. So which is once the X is buying to the upside, it means JPY will be selling. That's exactly what I was explaining on USDJPY as well. So which this area here, the whole of this area is where I'll be interested in price gets to. Then give us, as price is dropping here, creating series of lows get here, then price should do something like this, break the structure, pull back again, then what goes to the upside. So this is what I'll be expecting on the pair. All right, this is what I'll be expecting on the analysis. This is what I'll be expecting on this pair, maybe next week, or probably if you get that also, no matter how it is, this is what I'll be expecting. So you could see that it was actually in the downtrend before it took out. This was the structure that it gave us for an uptrend, for a downtrend, and that structure should never be taken out. So this structure here, and this structure should never be taken out. Once this structure is taken out, it means you're having a change of the trend, and which immediately it broke above it. If you observe what happened, immediately it broke above it. You see that there was a consolidation here. If I show you this area, there was a consolidation here. All this consolidation, what the price was, all this consolidation here is liquidity area, which price was has cleared liquidity, retested it. So this particular area we're having here now, so this is the zone I think it's expecting right now. So if I try to draw a very straight line here, so I'm not using my laptop, so my arm might not be straight. So you can see that price is not playing inside of this zone. So if price will respect this, you should see some of the pullback here, then go again to this, move to the upside. So for the JPYX, and if you try to understand it very well, then we might be targeting somewhere around the next, actually approach the next liquidity, which you can see, which is this area here, or this high we have here. So this is where we are now be targeting. Price might be approaching. Once we have that pullback, then this might be our target area. So right, that might be our target area once we have that pullback. So that's just a brief analysis anyway. So I'm not with my laptop to explain very well. Just explaining using my phone. All right, so bye.